Hi, I'm Wanigasuriya from the Department of MGA. So, me, as from my childhood itself, I was more interested in drawing, illustration, wildlife, and also the human form. So, I was mostly looking at the animals in the wild. I was also looking into the animals which are usually around your garden. And so, likewise, I was little by little, I gradually was interested in drawing wildlife, which was my first time. And then I was like, okay, so what if I could give my paintings? What is the ability if I could give those paintings into life? Then only I found animation. So, and then I was inspired by the animations that was done in previous masters, which is relevant for Aaron Place, people like that who are working on DreamWorks and Disney, Pixar, likewise. And then I was interested in, traditional animation plus the more animation which is relevant with 3D. And with myself, I did some self-studies, I drew a lot, and then I found AOD. So then that's where my life changed, because I did not know anything beforehand. And then I learned a lot about what is this animation industry, how can I get into it, what are the things to be done, and what is the actual pipeline for these work processes, and how to get myself involved in a company with relevant to this stuff. With that, for my final project, as I was very interested in doing this 3D animation, so I gradually started to do a 3D animation project. So talking about my animation project, I myself, as I told you before, I am mostly interested in wildlife and stuff, but I gradually had this small let's say a concept which I really wanted to do something which is relevant to history. So myself, I'm very interested in history, whether it's our country, whether it's a different country, I don't really care, it's just history, which was my inspiration. So because of that, I tried to get this historical concept about the Nagins, the Nagin concept, which actually is something which is very prominent in India's cultures, Indian cultures. So as Sri Lanka, which is also something which is relevant to the Indian culture. I mean, we have our individual cultures, but yet we also have some influences from those. I was thinking of what if I could create something out of that. So as I started on the concept and I researched on that, I was able to find a lot of information regarding this Naga concept in Sri Lanka as well. So because of that, I found this project. I found this thing called the guard stone, which you can see in temples and almost everywhere, which is very historically and religiously respected. So these guard stones eventually had this cobra, which was a symbol. So because of that, I thought of creating something which I could actually create an advertisement, regardless, which is not just a story, but also it's an advertisement for a company which is promoting security services. So because the cobra itself is the guardian stone, and which is relevant for guardians and security. So I was thinking, what if I could combine these two together? So then I started my project. So my project, I named it the Ananta, which is infinity, and infinity, which is actually something which you get from the Hindu concept of the Ananta Naga, which is this Naga of Vishnu, Lord Vishnu. So, and then I did a lot of inspiration. I did a lot of research and got inspiration from that. And then I started to do this project. I involved myself in research for a long time, and then I did 3D sculpting, and then I started to animate those characters. With that, I was also able to do a few of the other projects, because my initial plan was actually drawing stuff, because I was very interested in drawing. So I also did a small project where I worked out with a small welfare organization which is considered as small cat advocacy, so which I did some illustration based work for them as well. And during this time, I was also able to involve myself in a gaming industry, which is called the Nine Hermits, which I work at the moment. So with the degree, I actually did a full-time job and a full-time degree, and then I eventually managed to do both. So I would say my project was very tough because I had to do both the stuff regardless of the time I had. But then again, I managed to pull it off, and plus I was really happy with what I achieved at the end of the day, and also what I was really happy that I involved myself in AOD in learning these projects and everything. So at last that I could actually do something with this with the knowledge that I possessed. So for my future, I think I will still work in this animation company, which is game development company. Plus, I might even move out to become a lecturer, because my one and only goal is to become a lecturer, which is with regard to like art history and stuff like that, because that's actually my most interested thing. So yeah, that's what I have to say. Thank you so much.